Okay, I wanted to go over some other options for tonics because some people, you don't want to do the oils or some. Look, another thing, caution what you read on the internet about things, okay? Things I'm sharing with you, I've done, I've experienced, it's fine, okay? So you find somebody you trust, you listen to them. Don't go and then check the information somebody gave you, with people who don't understand. It's like going to a mechanic, a car mechanic, and then you bring your watch there. You say, can you fix this? And then they start giving their opinion about something they don't know anything about. All right, so I wanted to say that. So some other options though with the tonics. Well, I wrote it down. Okay, but first thing, the whole purpose of this, like what are we doing? Why, I like, getting into why are we doing things. We're just doing it because it's cool or because somebody I don't know, it's fashionable. No, we're doing it because I realized that the more hydrated and alkalized I am, the more this body functions better, the more energy I have, the more the nervous system is happy because it's getting electricity. Hydration, alkalization, electricity. But then you got to ground it. This is key. This is the thing that it took me years to figure out. And you want easy to digest food. This is why the tonics are good. It's like liquid food. It's like you're drinking high octane, robust chemistry, and it's super easy to digest. I don't think about calories and carbs and proteins and fat, and I don't count all that. What do the bodybuilders say? Macros. I don't do that. I'm about frequency, vibration, electricity, hydration, alkalization. Okay, that's the level of thinking I'm on. I don't care about all the superficial stuff. That's a don't work. It's like you can't, it don't work. All right. So other tonics you can do. Same as the other video. Go see the other video I made about the tonics. All right, same principle. You fill up a quart-sized mason jar. I always have one because I do what I say. I practice what I preach. You see. I'll explain at the end why I like tonics better than anything. But okay, so you fill that jar up with water. Get the best quality water you can. If you're rich and you want to buy a water structuring unit, go ahead. It energizes the water. If you can't afford that, it's okay. Okay, we do the best we can do. Don't trip. That causes stress. That nullifies the effects you're getting from the good chemistry. So that's the point of doing these tonics. Is it hydrates and alkalizes us, and it just gets the flows of energy flowing, the nerve flow and blood flow and oxygen flow. Gets everything flowing. So then it makes the spiritual practice easier to do because your vibration's higher. Everything in the end is about that, spiritual practice. It's not about like, what can I do to get the most gains? Nobody got gains like this. No, that ain't what it's about. It's about restoring the body, because this is the car we're driving, getting it as in best shape as we can. Now, people have different karma, different life situations. Some people have really intense limitations in their physical form, and it doesn't matter what they do. It's not going to get better. It's not going to heal, or you're not going to be at 100%. This will help you though. This will help everybody to some degree, contingent upon your default genetics, you can say. All right, so other ideas. You can take the jar, fill it up with water. You can use spirulina. You can put that in at night. You need good quality. Get everything fresh. See, that's another, it's hard to do sometimes because you got these companies that dry the plants and make it into powder, but they dry it at such high temperatures that it like corrupts the chemistry in the plant. This is why I like oils, you see? It's another reason I like oils, it's just easier. I'm gonna share what I do at the end, but I just wanna give these options so then, because I'm making these videos so I don't have to keep repeating myself. Because people ask questions and I don't want to keep repeating it. So now I can direct them to the video. That's why I'm making the video. You can put spirulina in there. You can put moringa powder. Okay, separate, not together. or you can put chlorella. You can put, there's a nice herb called nettle leaf. Check out herbs online. I forgot the name of the company. They have, man, there's thousands of herbs, hundreds of thousands if you want to consider the whole planet. And you get some herb, try some herbal powder, but be careful. You know, you don't want to use bloodroot or poke root. My Indian friend did that. I told him, use a teaspoon. He uses a tablespoon. And then he gave it to the girl that he was with. They both thought they were going to die. And he calls me up. I said, go eat food. Go get a meal. You're in an intense, like the body went into an intense purge. Go eat a meal and ground yourself. You see, grounding. And then he felt better. So, if you're an experimenter, a scientist by nature, like I kind of was, I just tried a bunch of things. You find the herbs that work for you, and that's what you do. So you can use the nettles, like I said, it's a good one. Shilajit, it's like Himalayan mountain blood. Shilijit. You can Google that. That's grounded. You can use red clay or bentonite clay, a tablespoon of that. You can use peppermint powder, cinnamon powder. You can mix the peppermint and cinnamon powder together. Those two things you can mix together. Use a little piece. You can use a separate tonic. All these are separate. A piece of Himalayan salt. Buy like the rock Himalayan salt. Use a piece like the half of your fingernail. Just a small piece. Put that in your water at night. Let that dissolve in the morning. It's electricity. The fire tonic. Some people like this, some don't. Okay, so you take your mason jar, quart size. A quarter of the jar, you put fresh lemon juice, squeezed lemon juice. You put the lemon juice in there. Okay, then the rest you fill it up with water. Then you add turmeric powder. You add a teaspoon. Let's be safe. A teaspoon of turmeric, teaspoon of ginger powder, and then maybe a quarter teaspoon of cayenne pepper. Then you mix all that together. Let it sit all night. In the morning, drink that. That's a strong, like, that'll wake you up. It's a good detox too. You might have some symptoms because this is high-end detox chemistry. All right, now let me talk about what I do. So, because I've been doing this for 14 years, experimenting, check this, check that. Then I got to where I like simple. I like simple now. So the oils, super simple. I get from Young Living or doTERRA. I get from Young Living because I think they're the best quality. Super pure, just good oil. And it's so easy. I fill up the mason jar, I put a drop of oil, done. I don't need to worry the powders, are they corrupted, are they over dried, all that stuff. I just use oils. Okay, also, other liquids though, choices I use is I like coconut water. I'm in Ecuador, and so the guy comes to my house, I give him like a 5-liter jug from the water. After I finish the water, I keep the jug, I give to him, he puts like 7 coconuts in there. I drink those. So if you're in a place where you can get fresh coconuts, do that. You can also, I just drink the water. I don't make it into milk. I mean, sometimes, but not usually, because time. I just don't have time to do anything. So if you want though, you get the fresh coconut, you pour the water in the blender, scoop out the meat, the coconut meat, put that in the blender, boom, coconut milk. Super good, super natural. Smoothies. I like smoothies. So I drink my tonics, then I have a smoothie. There's thousands of different things you can do. Don't use yogurt, don't use nuts mixed with fruit. They have different digestion times. You want everything to be synergized with your system and easy to digest, because then you don't have it doesn't require so much energy to digest. If everything's easy to digest, right? You want to conserve your energy. 3 biggest ways we lose energy is losing our semen, our sexual energy, eating hard to digest foods, and stress. These are the biggest ways we lose energy. When you get all that right, you might not sleep too much. Yeah. Okay, lastly, I like a protein shake. This is the best protein shake. Don't buy this protein powder, processed junk at the store. All you do, I take 2 cups of coconut water. If you can't get coconut water, use water. I put that in the blender. Then I mix it, handful of Brazil nuts, handful of macadamia, handful of cashew, pecans, walnuts, pistachios. You see? Throw all that in the blender, blend that up, there you go. Super potent protein drink for those who want to work out and exercise and you're worried about your gains. Drink that. It's much safer, it's much more organic, your body understands it, it can break it down easier, and it's liquefied. So it's easier to digest than if you just eat the nuts raw. All right? So there you go, that's my diet. And then for lunch, I'll eat a small, just healthy vegetarian meal. And the same for dinner, because that grounds the electricity. Remember at the beginning I said hydration, alkalization, electricity, easy to digest foods, but grounding. You got to ground all that. I used to be friends, I'll always like him, Dr. Morris. We talked a lot in the past, had good relationship, but we both just got busy, and I'd like to see him when I go to Florida. Maybe I will. Anyway, he's a little too old school. He pretty much, but not when we talk one-on-one, then he agrees. So yeah, I'm not saying anything negative about it. He's super real. But he would, he preaches a lot about fruits. Fruits is the answer. You have nervous system disorders, fruits. Yeah, it's true. It's the best chemistry to regenerate the nervous system because of the electricity it has in the frequency. The problem I had, though, is after some time, that I had too much electricity. So what can help your nervous system later can actually hurt it. You heard the saying, like, this food can be medicine or it can be poison. Yeah, you can apply that to everything. So that's when I realized I need to ground this electricity. And then I started grounding it. That felt more balanced because I was spinning out, man. I just wouldn't sleep. I just started getting way out there. I needed to ground the electricity. So you just take all that, what I said, make it your own, and you'll feel. It's best to feel the experience so you know. Don't ask other people. Yeah, don't tell people what you're doing that don't understand. You're asking for trouble. What I'm sharing, it's like secret stuff. Like nobody knows. Nobody's doing it. So don't ask people who don't understand. Keep it to yourself, and you do it, and you be your own scientist. Your body's your laboratory. Conduct your experiments. There you go. See you.